Hi, Stephanie. My name is Kimberly. I'm replying to your week 3 discussion board post about Carlos and Lydia. First, thank you for your post. I feel like I see that you really put effort into it, and it's super easy to respond to because of all the good info that you put in there. Um, I really like how you mentioned that Carlos's identity is both Mexican American, and how that would cause both interpersonal conflicts and internal conflicts. I didn't really include that in my post. I did say that because of his likely acculturation, that he may feel even more of a sense of need to take on his father, to live up to kind of that cultural heritage, um, in a way, even to like make up for some cultural heritage that he may feel like he missed out on. But yeah, definitely could create some internal conflicts, which I didn't necessarily think about. And even he might not be sharing those with Lydia because of maybe discretion, not wanting to come off as weak, or so that's interesting. And then, yeah, I think it's interesting the dynamic of Carlos wanting to bring his father to live with them, and Lydia most likely having more of a Eurocentric view of family and more individualistic than Carlos being collectivistic. And so I could definitely see how that's going to bring a lot of stress into the marriage if he ends up living with them, especially because of their infertility issues. And, maybe Carlos's dad is gonna talk about that or mention that. I like how you mentioned Maribel's story in Thomas. I also mentioned that, and um, I think it's really interesting just uh, that Latinas are viewed as fertile and ready to have kids. And even though Lydia isn't Mexican American, I could see how Carlos may feel that pressure and definitely like translate that onto Lydia. And then I also thought it was interesting just in the way that Lydia grew up. She did grow up in a healthy, happy family with children. And so I think that would definitely put some pressure on her still. And I put in my post like infertility is hard for anyone, but especially when we're talking about an intercultural marriage and a culture that highly values children bearing and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, it's interesting how this would be working out with their cultures clashing, the individualistic versus collectivistic, and the familialissimo that Carlos probably feels with Lydia, maybe feeling some shame and not wanting to invite people into that. Having Carlos's father living with them would bring a whole nother dynamic, and someone that she would have to face every day of not being able to have children. So I think there's a lot going on here, and you did a really good job of outlining what might be issues between them and how their values might cause interpersonal conflict. So, yeah, thank you for your post. It was great, and I wish you the best of luck in continuing this class. Thanks, Stephanie.